on WandaVision?
Well, we live right now, so
Oh, we live, baby. We
yeah. House
live.
number three, we are live. When's the last time y'all heard me say that shit?
Well, I
Oh
heard you
my
say
God,
that
it's
2 weeks
been a
ago.
minute.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
got that
different story.
notification saying we live, baby.
Yes, one division. Ooh,
Mm,
ooh.
mm,
Did you see
mm.
all the way to the last credit?
I
All the
didn't. I
way
didn't
to
see. I didn't see
you
the
didn't.
one that you told me to watch.
Oh,
The
he didn't
film.
see. He didn't see the with Wanda reading the book,
Nah, I
Mm,
didn't see
Scarlet
the one
Witch.
with her reading the book.
That
I got.
sets
I
up
gotta see
Doctor
that one.
Strange too,
yup.
I gotta. I gotta. I gotta look
and the
into it.
other one sets up Captain Marvel too.
The one with the scroll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See the one with the lady scroll. I saw that one. It
yeah.
was just
You got to go further back down. Dawn,
So,
go to bed.
how did y'all feel about the backstory as far as like how Wanda became the Scarlet Witch? Like with them saying like the Mind Stone enhanced her abilities because I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but well, no, in the episode, Agatha says like you use the hex even as like a child, so like that proves she already had powers and shit, as a child. So like, how do y'all feel about the Mind Stone enhancing it and her becoming like the Scarlet Witch?
I think she always. I think she always had that inside her, but
I like the little twist they put into it.
Mm.
I did too, but not really.
What didn't you like about it?
Because when they did the vision, like the whole thing was with the vision, like she
Mm.
created vision, her own vision, through the
Mhm.
Mind Stone,
Mhm.
and then these guys is creating a vision to destroy her. To destroy, like it didn't make no sense. Like
Nah,
what what was the guy's? Why was he so mad at Wanda when he let her say goodbye to Vision?
I don't think
What
it
are we
was
talking about?
necessarily him
Sorry, I
being
came in.
like, we were talking about WandaVision. You was out. We didn't know when you was coming back.
It's like that. It's like that. It's like that.
Girl, we didn't know you was
Hmm.
gonna come back so fast, girl.
I
But
reset my
What's up?
phone. It was acting up. Hello, happy
Oh,
Friday,
yeah.
everybody.
you, you sound better.
I'm better. I could be worse.
Uh-huh.
So okay, guys.
Yeah.
So about one. I ain't seen one division, so I'm gonna get quiet for this because I ain't do no one
Are
division.
you going to watch it? Like, do you mind
Um,
spoilers?
I will watch it. I'm gonna. I haven't. A lot's been going on, so I definitely am trying to get back into watching my shows. I haven't really
Hmm.
been off on everything, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna start watching it. Once I get settled. But right now ain't the time. I got a full, fun-filled week ahead of me. So,
You
Yo,
see what they do
how
in the comments?
huh?
Dawn and
You see
Denise are going at it
they
right
going
now.
crazy in the comments right now.
Who?
Dawn, Denise.
People's
Oh,
lounge
That's
is
Pablo.
trolling Dawn.
Pablo back. Cause that's Pablo. He back. Unfortunately, I don't know what I did wrong to the universe, but yes.
oh, this is funny.
Ah, I'm sorry. I can't
Oh,
read the
Okay.
comments. I didn't read them. So guys, so y'all
I have
watching
a.
one? How far along on One Division are y'all?
We
I'm
We're
finished
finished.
it.
done with it.
Oh well, damn. Well, damn.
Well, the good thing now is you can binge watch it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's the problem. I don't have time to binge or watch anything.
Um,
I've been
nah,
okay.
we
I've
good.
been mentally dealing.
It's-
So, how y'all feeling?
Eh, today was an eventful day. But I have a question. It goes
My
a
service is
question for
glitched
y'all.
out.
Laura,
What's up?
this is a question that you've been asked numerous times. So I was asked this
Tired of
question.
knowing if
So I wanted to
that.
know why. It was questioned to me. What was given to me was, why do men think when you go on a date that they supposed to smash, like you're obligated to smash the girl?
Yeah.
So I need a breakdown for the two females in here so people can actually understand what's going on.
No.
And People's Lounge, you're not taking my sneakers. We're gonna fight when I see you.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Okay,
Come
so
on.
shit
The
is,
two females in here, I need y'all to explain this because I'm about to share this on Facebook.
I don't know why men feel the need that they supposed to. Like I don't. Like yeah, this service been acting up. I don't know why men feel that they need to, or that they think it. You know what? I'm gonna blame women though. Like we as women have made it so easy for men. Like so, if you go on 6 dates, right, and every date you went on, you bought her some Mickey D's and you smashed, you're gonna think that every woman is gonna be the same way. So then it just becomes a pattern, right? And then according to WB, my work bestie, if you order lobster, you're supposed to smash. Like that's just what it is. That means she owe you cookies, right? That's what I was told. So I just don't understand why. But as women, we need to stop. I'm like, what the hell going on the comments? Am I bugging?
Yo,
So
how People's Lounge says she's stealing my sneakers. You know, we about to fight. We about to throw down. I might lose, but it's okay. I'm fighting for them sneakers. Hello?
yeah, I'm trying to get this. Well, I don't know. This my
Yo,
phone acting up. My
y'all
service
can hear
stuck
me?
in here.
So I need to know this because females keep asking me this. Friends
Asking you
keep
what?
asking me this.
You know what?
My
You know
shit
what
is
I
red.
think it is. You know what I think it is. Is because it's not all
Wow.
females, but it's the good percentage of females, right? Do you give homeless people money on the train every time you get on the train?
If I have it, sometimes,
Not
yeah.
all.
Not all the
Not all
time.
of them.
I don't do it all the time because sometimes them niggas is just crackheads and they just want to fix.
Uh-huh.
Well, that goes with life. And there'll be females that'll sit there and look at me and Joey and be like, oh my God, he is ugly, but he got money. Have us take him out, steak and lobster every fucking time. We don't expect nothing from them. But the
That's a
moment we
lie.
sit there and say,
That's a
hey,
lie.
that's a lot. You
Y'all
mean
do
to tell me
expect something
you
from
don't not
women.
know one female in the world that'll sit there and run a nigga pockets until the time he asks for something and say, no, I'm not interested in you?
Why is it not saying
Well,
that?
you say it again?
Yeah. Females will sit there and run into a nigga pockets. And then as soon as the
Uh-huh.
nigga sit there and say, hey, I want some, let's get it a little wet or something, you feel me? Then it's all of a sudden you're not interested. So that's
Yeah,
why
why why
after
why is
after
she obligated to give you sex for money?
but because of that, that's why we sit there and say, nah, she want
Why
a
can't you
date.
just
I
give her
want
money?
something.
Why are you expecting sex out of money?
Because
Because
we tried
for
because
one, you have a
every guy try to be
mentality
the
that
nice guy
pussy
at
has
least
a
one time
price.
in life.
You have the
Every
mentality that pussy has a price. That's why
every guy
men know what they do.
has
Men know what they doing. Men know what they
yeah,
doing.
females know what they doing too. Every guy has
Exactly.
tried to
Men
be
know what they
the nice
doing. But
guy at least once in their life
my thing is,
and got shitted on.
I don't think we should always shift the blame on the women because I see like on social media a lot of the times like when men dogging out women for things like saying things like, oh, all women really want is somebody with money and this and that. But it's like, okay, but you want something in return if you got the money. You know what I mean? Like it ain't like you just
Yeah.
giving this broad money. You're like you're going to pay her for her services. Like you expect something out of it whenever a woman. you know, y'all,
It's
So
the
if a
same thing.
woman's not
I
interested in
just
me,
started
why should I
going off
take her
the
out?
rail, but
It's
you know what I'm saying.
but it's the same
Well,
thing with females. Females,
it,
let's be honest. Y'all know damn well every man, even though
Yeah,
he's
but
interested in you and all that, you know damn well every man wants some pussy. But before you give him some
right.
pussy, he got to be able to offer something
So
up.
it's not genuine.
Agree.
So it's the same thing. If I got to offer something
So
up,
it's
I
not
want some pussy.
genuine. So my thing is, you
It
can't get
go
mad at a
hand in
female for doing what she do.
hand.
You can't get mad at a
Am I
female for doing
wrong?
what she do when your intentions ain't even right in the first place.
but
You
what
don't
if the
know if my
intention?
intentions. You don't know
But
if
what
my
if the
intentions is
intention?
right.
But what if
Your
the
pussy may be the
intentions?
only pussy I want for the rest of my life. But in order for me to get that, I gotta offer something up. I gotta have a good job. I gotta have a good personality. So I gotta be able to offer something up. So if I'm gonna take you on a date and it's not gonna be a Red Lobster hood date, I want some pussy. like that's it.
On the first, no, see,
Listen,
expectations. Like you may have some weird ass
before we get to that first
expectations,
date, we've
like
been talking for a while.
weird
Don't nobody
ass
sit there and meet
expectations.
somebody and then go on a date right then and there. They sit there and they talk and they conversate for a while, then they have a date. So there was months and months prior to this first date. Okay, yes, this first date is the solidification of what are we doing. Okay,
First of all, I'm gonna start by saying I don't
nah,
do
I'm
talking to people
fighting
months
for
and
this
months
one,
before we go on a first date.
huh?
You got a week tops with me before we going out.
See
A
you
week
are that 1%
tops.
exception. You are different in your own way, but
But what if the guy
And
is
I'm a
being
dude because
genuine?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm be honest with you. A lot of us women, and don't get me wrong, I don't think that just because you take me out to dinner, you deserve some vagina. Don't think that. However, I also want to see what that dick do too, because ain't nobody got time to be wasting 6, 7 months, and then we finally do something and it's trash. Ain't nobody got time to be wasting the time.
I mean, but
You know,
the thing is, on the first date, like on the first date, I like because my thing is this first date. It really just depends on the vibe and shit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I'm a vibe person. If
I'm
the
one of those
vibe is
people.
there,
Like I need,
Listen, a
if the
woman is gonna
vibes are
know if they're
there,
gonna
like
smash you or not
if
after
the
that
shit
first
is
date.
good and you showed your ass out on this date, then of course. But like, am I
a woman knows
obligated
she's
to
gonna
do it
let you
because
smash
we sat
before
there
the
and went
first
on a
date.
date? No.
okay,
Uh-uh.
I know all the
From the
time.
from the time you walked up and said hi to the girl, she knows if you're gonna hit or not. That's it. That first date, like I said, that first date is to solidify. What happens is, like I said, every guy, every guy in the world try to be the nice guy one time in their life. The fucked up part about it is that there was a lot of females that fucked the niggas over. And they spent, depending on, it varies, but a lot of people instituted a lot of time into this one female that screwed them over. So now when they sit there, like I said, you want loaded potatoes? Oh yeah, I want something too. Like that's it. Now we gotta solidify this first date is us hitting the ball. We gonna make it to first
So let
base or
me ask
not?
you this: Do
Uh,
you? Let me ask you this: Do you carry on conversations after you hit the first night? Like, do you guys like
Mm, yeah,
have it?
no.
Has it been a situation where you hit somebody on the first night, somebody you just took out on a date, and like just you sent her that good morning text afterwards? You know what I mean? Like, has
I
it been an
can't
incident like that?
I
Well,
can't
yes,
speak for all.
I've taken a
I
girl
can't
out
speak
first,
for all.
and I've spoken to them afterwards.
Hmm. I've done both. I have spoken, but my reason for not talking to somebody the next day was I had a reason for it. But I
Well,
did both. I sat there and I hit people up the next day and we've spoken and let's have another date. That was fun and all that. And then I sat there and said, no, I'm not doing this shit no more.
well, then I guess you and Joey are part of that 1% because a lot of guys don't. Like, you know what I mean? Especially like on the first date. So it's
Yeah,
like,
but I've gotten ignored also. I've gotten
mm,
blocked after that first day after everything went down because they didn't want to talk or that's all they wanted.
oh, wow.
So I know both sides, so it's this thing. But you see what the People's Lounge is saying? We have to give them the money just in case they.
You can't be talking like this on this live while I'm here, man. Like you can't be doing this, boy. Nah,
But yeah,
it's listen, man.
listen. If we're going out for lobster and it's the third date, yeah, I'm expecting something.
But it's
Like
like
I
Because
said,
you
y'all,
my
still putting a price tag on pussy. Like,
because
no,
y'all
boo.
already know. The
From
thing
what
about it is
I
y'all already
know
know.
and what I've been
Of-
told, pussy is better when it's pleasure. You feel what I'm saying?
But
So like, I don't know. I just feel
if you sit there and think about it,
listen.
why
Let's
put
be
a
y'all
honest.
price
women,
tag on it?
y'all
Like for what
women know
reason?
off the
Like don't
back.
just get educated curses
You
when you
gonna
go
let
out
it
on a date
smash
and you're buying the food.
now. You women automatically know, like you said, if it's a good vibe, if you're gonna let them smash or not. Y'all know that you're gonna let them smash or not. So if y'all keep going on dates and dates and dates and dates and you don't let him smash, how do you think that's gonna make him feel? Like he's being played, he's being
Nah,
used.
scratch that. Here's my thing, right?
He's being
Every
played and used
female.
because he ain't getting no play. What
Nah,
about if she's
we
giving her something? What about if
we
she's
gonna do
giving him
this one.
other
We
than
gonna do
like
this one, right?
sex? Like, what if she's giving him good communication, good conversation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's other things to go into play other than sex.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's this one, right? I got this one for you. Every female, every female has that little inside their body intuition shit. The one, that little voice that sits there and tells you go through his phone because that's what they all say. Something told me go through your phone. Y'all have that same shit on if a nigga just want to fuck or not. The problem stands that y'all ignore that. So then when you ignore that and then you just get fucked and bounced, then you want to blame it on the man. No, baby, you ignored what yourself told you. And that is the truth. You ignored it. So
Wait,
now
so
you
are
got to
you
deal with the
saying? Wait,
consequences on
wait.
it.
You're gonna have to hit me with that one again, boo boo. You said what now?
The same little voice in your head that sits there and tells you
Yeah.
go through the phone. Y'all got that same little voice on whether a man is serious about you or he just want some pussy. The problem with that one is that y'all ignore that voice. Y'all sit there and say, no, he's not like that. No, he could be better. Y'all ignore that. So then when it does happen that you do give up the cookie and the man decides to eat and run, then you want to sit there and blame the guy. No, that's not our fault. You knew from the beginning what that was. You decided to ignore it.
are you literally blaming women for the reason why they don't get called back in the morning? Like what?
Yeah. Yes,
No,
I am. Yes,
absolutely
I am. I'm
not. Boo
yes,
boo,
I am.
no.
You know what? I'm tired
Wow.
of this Gen Z shit that want to cancel shit, that want to
Wow.
sit there. Yes, I am. Because you know what? I've been around enough females in my life to know that y'all have that in body. That's why y'all know who to
That
ignore, who
intuition.
not to ignore, when to cross the street. Y'all got an inside safety mechanism. Y'all got the sixth sense. Y'all do. The problem is y'all ignore it. So when you
Wow.
ignore it and then the bad happens, that's the consequences of you not paying attention to what your feelings was. If I'm sitting there and I'm walking down the block, I'm walking through the middle of the projects and I see 5 people there. Now I'm from the hood. I done been jumped. I done been shot at. I done been through the shit. If I see 5 people there, my body's going to tell me this isn't a good look. You got to go the other way. If I
But
decide to
that's
keep on going that
instinct.
way and I
No,
get
no,
robbed and
no, boo boo.
stabbed,
No, no,
that's
no,
my
no, no, no,
fault.
no, no. Those are two different things. What you talk about
Is
is
this no no no
instinct.
no no no? They two different
Instinct and
things, but
intuition are
the
two different things.
it's the same thing.
It ain't the
Is
same
is
thing.
is is that is your body. Your body feels all vibes. Your body knows when things is off and when things is good or not. Y'all sit there when y'all first meet a dude, you ask the questions that you want to ask, because from them questions you could be able to tell how this dude is. What is it that he wants? He gives off that vibe. The problem is that 90% of 99% of females sit
And
there.
what
I
about
know what
and
I've
what
done with
about
them.
the liars and the
98%
ones who are good at
of females.
masking? What about the good ones that are good at masking? Because 9 times out of 10, it's not those ones that we know that ain't shit. 9 times out of 10, it's those ones that have the charm to them. It's the ones that are making you laugh,
And you
who are
know
putting
what?
in the extra effort. And so you cannot sit here and say, because again, what if my intuition at the time isn't telling me that that guy is bad? What if my intuition isn't telling me, oh, girl, you can't give him none tonight because he gonna fuck around and not talk to you tomorrow? So it's like, no.
Those. You know what? They are guys like that. They are guys like that. They hard. Those are the snakes that fought a couple of snakes, and they're the ones that the snake in the grass
And
that's been around for a while.
that's how it
They
happens.
they
But that's
they
how
know
it
how to
happens.
do their
Because the
part.
guy's gonna do, like you said, you've been that good guy at least one time in your life. Like, men are going to put on their act. They gonna put on their best game, especially
Mm-hmm.
when they want to holler and come at you the right way. They gonna put on that game. But
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, a lot of the times, men they've gotten so good at just playing women that it ain't nothing but a game to it. It comes easy to play them like that. So it's
It's
like,
it's not a
again,
lot of it's not a lot of the times. It's that one time. Every female's gonna go through it one time. Every man's gonna go through it one time. But after that one time, you develop that sense for it. But like I said, a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, females decide to ignore that sense.
mm.
This won't happen to me again. No,
So again, you just blaming the
just
woman.
because
Then you just blaming it.
this guy
You just
did it and
blaming
he
it
was a street.
on us. What about the shit that y'all do that make us have to
What?
question shit? Huh? What?
What? What that we do?
What? What about the shit that y'all do that make us have to question shit in our heads and stuff? Listen,
I mean,
We
I
need an
can't
listen,
say
we
that
just
to nobody.
example.
talking to the players of the family. Like, Joey, how many kids you like? Come on, we not gonna do this.
Listen. I've been on
Listen,
both sides of the fence. I've seen both. Like it's hard to sit there and judge, but women know when they're gonna smash. And yes, you got the snakes out there automatically. Snakes is gonna do what they do. But as a woman, you know, because if a dude is sitting there, hops out of a Benz, right? Pants, all this thing like Future, the style or whatever. People you get
Future the
mesmerized with
style,
that.
whatever.
Like
They
like
just
like
making
whatever
this shit up.
no, but I'm saying, but like the style that
I
Future
know what you
or
mean. I
no,
know.
Drake.
no,
I
no, no.
know.
Here, this is
No,
the
no,
perfect
listen, no,
one
no,
right
no.
here.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Listen. Women get mesmerized. Oh my God! Especially we talk to one girl that's there with that group. She get mesmerized. Now the
Mhm.
nice guy that's sitting there that's been there for her, she's not gonna look at. That's my friend.
You doing a scenario though, like
Yeah, but that's my friend.
it's
But
like
if I'm sitting there and I'm a guy that's nice and I do this for the girl and I get played, so the next girl I try to take out on a date, I'm going to want to smash. I'm not going to want to do the I'm waiting because I did that already and I got played.
so that one time just gave you permission to just go around being a player, like
No, it
that
didn't
one
make you
day
go
that
around
came
being a
so hard,
player,
it
but it
gave you
made
that
you see
permission.
females in a different light. Like a lot of females go for the street dudes, the hustlers, the niggas hopping
Come
out of Benzes.
on, that is not entirely
But
true. That is not entirely true. I feel like that's a stereotype on women.
I didn't say all. I said a lot of women do that. I didn't say all. A lot of women do
Well, I
that.
feel like that's a stereotype on a lot of women.
That's not a stereotype because a lot of women,
Yeah,
that's what they look for. That
how
doesn't
you
mean
know
it's
that's what
you.
they
That
look
doesn't
for?
mean it's because I've been on dating websites
Both
and
guys and
I've
females.
been
No,
I've been told
listen.
you know, I'm not street enough, or I don't have enough money, I'm not established enough.
The problem. Listen to this one, right? This is the thing. The problem is that y'all can't sit there and y'all forced to look. All right, you got two guys that hop out of a McLaren, right? One is dressed up like a regular hood nigga, and the other one's dressed up in Tom Ford like he's a lawyer or something. Females, 9 times out of 10, would think because the guy who's dressed up like a Tom Ford is different. And then when he gives y'all the vibes that, this is like the same type of game that I get from the guys from the hood, you sit there and say, nah, there's something different about him. He's not like that. That's just me being paranoid. Niggas is niggas. It don't matter what he wear, what money he got, what cologne he smell. A guy is a guy.
Trying to make it acceptable. No,
I'm not. You see, that's the big problem right there. That's the big problem right there. Facts is facts. It's not making it acceptable. I'm not sitting there saying accept it. I'm just sitting there telling. I'm sitting there telling you, at the end of it all, a dude is a dude. It don't matter what he wears. It don't matter how he talks. It don't matter where he lives. Guys is guys. The problem is that females sit there and choose to ignore their inside voice and force to see something that isn't there. Most of the times that they get shitted on is not by one of these little hood niggas that be standing on the corner selling fucking little stones and rocks. No, the guys that shit on them is the ones that they thought was different. Think about it. Every female that sat there and said, I don't know why guys are like this one. I thought Tom was different. There's always, I thought he was different afterwards. You want to know why? Because she sat there, he's a little bit different than what they normally see in the projects. So they sit there, they get a nigga the conversation, they ask the questions that they always ask, they do the things that they always do to see if the guy gives off that vibe of he wants his pussy or he's trying to do something. He gives off the vibe and they sit there and say, nah, that's just me being paranoid because he's different because he don't sag his pants. It don't matter. He's still a guy. Whether he sags his pants or not, his shit does the same thing. His shit reacts the same way mine does.
For him to do it because he's a guy?
It's not okay. It's not okay. But not all the blame is the guy. That's what I'm saying. Not all the blame is on the guy.
Blame on the girl. For one, you're not sitting here saying that men should start taking accountability for the way they treat and play women, but you're also saying that it's a woman's fault because she's not trying to find her inner woman intuition to let her know whether the guy that she's talking to is the one or not. Like, no, boo boo, no.
So it's okay for a woman.
Christina, do you call,
especially when you say like things like, "Oh, a nigga is gonna be a nigga," like you're saying it as if it's okay for guys to do these things that they do.
No, I'm not. No, yes, I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
So is it okay for a woman to play a dude?
No, scratch that. We're not even gonna get there yet. We're not even gonna get there yet. That we get to that later.
No. Answer, is it okay for a woman to play a dude?
No, listen. Men play women. Women play men.
But does that make it okay?
Everybody plays everybody.
Yeah, but does that make it acceptable?
We're speaking in the sense of relationships. Are we just speaking in the sense of that first night, like that first date, fuck, like expectations on the first date? Like, which one are we? Because my thing is, if we're talking relationship, then no, I don't feel like, like you playing me and me playing you is a thing. It shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be okay. Like, and Boo Boo was up here talking about, he's talking about what if her women intuition is not going off? Like, what if he just got her tied and wrapped up around his finger? Then what?
How many
Is it
times?
still her fault? Is
And,
it still
and,
her
and,
Then,
fault?
hold on. In those
nah,
situations, no,
that's
in
a
those
fucked up
situations,
situation. That's a life lesson right there. That's a life lesson
Oh
though.
my! Oh, now it's a
but,
life lesson. Now it's
It
but
something
what
that
if
is.
the
it's
mother
the
can learn
but
You
from.
can't
but
stop.
vice
You
versa?
can't stop everything. You
But
can't
vice versa.
everything.
But vice
Man,
versa.
And
How many women
no.
hold on.
brag about having a dude wrapped around their finger, getting everything that they want from a dude? The dude can't say no to them, and there's the same dude that don't get nothing from them, but it's okay for them to get money
No,
from
I'm
this.
not speaking in the sense of like an exchange. Like
So, but does
sis
that?
is
But whose
over
fault is
here
that?
giving this
Whose
man
fault? That's the
sex for
female.
like money or no shit like that. I was
No,
speaking
but
in
is it the?
terms of
Is it no,
like
no,
if they're dating
no?
and
But
like
okay, but a woman gets a man wrapped around her finger. She doesn't give him anything. He pays for everything. He likes her. He does all that. But whose fault is it? Is it his fault or is it her fault? She
wait, say
playing
that
him.
one more time.
A woman has a man wrapped around her finger. He gives her everything. She really doesn't
Hmm.
like him. Whose
Okay,
fault is it? Is it the man's fault? Is it her fault?
right, boo boo.
Whose fault?
Whose
Whose
fault
fault
is
is it?
it? Is it
It's
the
the
man's
man's
fault
fault.
because his man
it's his fault.
intuition isn't
It's
ringing?
his fault.
Is it
It's
his
his
It's
fault
fault.
his fault.
It's his fault. Yes. It's
that
his
his
fault.
that his inner intuition wasn't going on?
Listen,
And yes,
listen,
it is his
listen.
fault.
It's his fault. Females are just as bad as dudes when it comes to getting horny and all that. You're not gonna sit there and tell
Hmm.
me I'm gonna do everything.
But it's
I'm
not
doing
horny.
everything.
It's
I'm I'm
Joey was
paying shit.
right. If
I'm
he
giving money and all that. And you didn't not
uh-huh.
one time. You nah. Listen, man.
That's on me. That's not on nobody
That's the
else. That's on
dude's fault.
me.
That's the dude's fault. But at the end of it all, I'm not sitting there saying, "Oh, guys will be guys." You know, you got to just accept that. And all I'm saying is that the blame isn't always on the guy. It's not always
The
on the
blame
guy.
is never
You
on the
can't
guy though,
you
boo
can't
boo.
blame you can't always blame the guy if you sit there. All right, you slept with Tom, he don't call you back the next day. So a month later you sleep with Jerry, he don't call you back the next day. Then a month later you speak with Harry, he don't call you back the next day. That's already three people hitting you with the same shit.
Hmm.
Tom, he's an asshole. Jerry, okay, twice. Harry, come on, what are you doing? You're ignoring the signs. You're not paying attention to what you need to be paying attention to. You
But
understand?
Boo boo.
somebody
No,
told me
I
is
don't understand. I do not
How,
well, we
how
have
understand.
what? All right, so if a girl sits there, right? Let's say a girl sleeps with a guy once a month, right? And none of those guys called her
Okay,
back.
hold on. Establish this. Sleeps with
Huh?
one guy once every month or random guys once every month. Because
Let's
there's a difference.
even better.
There is a difference.
Let's put it like this. A girl got 5 bodies, right? She slept with
Okay.
5 people. None of
Okay.
those 5 people called her back. Why is that the guy's fault? How is it the guy's
Okay.
fault?
For one, if they are just bodies, if she's like casually fucking, then I don't
Mm-hmm.
like. For instance, like if I'm casually fucking, I'm not expecting like I expected. Like for us to hit up each other whenever it's that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
well, let's say the girl
Like
gets hurt
you
from
be
each
like
one of
five
those.
because when you say things like 5 bodies in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, she has 5 dudes that she constantly like she's talking to, and like she already established, all right, I'm fucking all of them at one time. Like it's a whole different dynamic than one woman fucking one man once every month. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my
I'm
head,
No,
just
I
that's
trying
what
to
get.
I'm
put it in,
thinking.
I'm just trying to help you understand what I'm trying to say because I don't know.
No,
I
I
like I'm
know. I
saying this.
hear what you're trying to say. All you're doing is saying that what I'm saying is not right. That's all you're
Nah,
saying right
I'm
now.
not saying what you're saying is not right because at the end of it all, guys are niggas need to take fault for it for what they do. Yes, they do. But at the end of it all,
So
it
does
is not
females.
100% the guy's fault. It's
So does
not.
females.
It
Everybody needs to
can't.
take accountability.
In order for a guy to sleep with a girl and not call her the next day and it be 100% his fault, it has to be rape. It has to be rape. Like that's how I look at it. Because there's no way. There's no way. You are 27 years old. You don't went to high school. You don't went to middle school, high school, college. You live every day in your life. You walk the city streets, going to work, coming home from work. You run into people on a train every day. You done heard every fucking line in the fucking world, and yet you still get screwed over by the same shit. You can't blame you can't blame the guy for that.
Hold on. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
However, let me ask you this. Is it bad that she constantly gets did wrong by the same type of guy? Or is it that the guys are doing these types of things to women to put them in situations like that? Which do you think?
One more time, because I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you. One more time. Sorry.
Okay. Which do you think is worse? Her falling for the same type of guy, or guys doing that type of shit to women that put them in that situation?
I want to say falling for the same type of guy is worse.
Oh my goodness. My fucking goodness.
It is.
No.
Yo, let me tell you something. You know what falling for the same type of guy is?
Hold on. And I'm
Go ahead.
gonna say this. You're wrong, because that's only one woman being done wrong multiple times by 3 different men. The same thing is happening from 3 different men. You see him meaning to tell me that it's more bad on her behalf that she's going through this because she is falling for these things, rather than the stigma and the ideology that men have over doing these things to women. That right there is a broader spectrum. That right there is a broader problem, because now we're talking about men in general. We're not talking about just this one. We're talking about men, because again, the exact same thing happened to her the exact same thing happened to her from 3 different men. That's where I'm coming from in all this.
All right. Now here it is. You want to know why I think it's worse that the thing happened to the female from the same type of guy? Because she made a mistake in thinking that there's different type of guys. Maybe we got 2 brains.
There are different type of guys, boo boo. That's the thing. You are
no,
not
there
the
isn't.
Guys.
No, there isn't. No, there is. No, there isn't. You want to know why? You want to know what the proof in the pudding is? Look at me and Marcus. Me and Marcus is 2 totally different people. Grew up 2 totally different ways. Hang out with 2 totally different type of people. Marcus people cross play. They talk anime 24/7. They do the Unicha. They do all that shit. My type of people, you can find them on any type of fucking corner. Project kids, those are the people I play ball. Those are the people I grew up with. Play basketball, football, out 12 o'clock at night playing manhunt. Those are my type of people. 2 type of different people. They have Marcus friends and them talk the same way we do about females. The same thing. Marcus got a friend right now that sat there. Marcus sat there and he has a friend right now that has a girlfriend that comes over every once a week, has a side chick that comes over every once in a while, a work boo, and this nigga dresses up in a full onesie as Pikachu. There is no different type of guys. Guys are all the same.
Which is a broader problem. But which is a broader problem? Which is the problem?
Which is now. The
woman is the problem when you just sat there and made my point, boo boo.
Yes, I made your point. Now That makes my point because now the thing
Men
is,
are the problem in
no,
the way they think. Yes, the way
men
they
are not
think
the
about women is
problem.
the problem. Men and the way they think about
Men,
women is the problem.
men are not the problem. God provided y'all with something that we don't have.
Boo boo, you cannot sit here and keep blaming this on women intuition because it's not
It's
an
not
on and off
blaming it on women.
switch.
It's
It's not
not
an on
blaming
and
it
off switch,
on
boo
women.
boo. It's not an
It's not
on and off
blaming it on
switch.
women.
It
It
is not an on
is.
and off switch.
It is.
Why
Put
don't
it like
women
this:
ever hold on? Why
men.
don't
So
women
let me
ever
ask you
take
this:
accountability for
when you
anything? No matter what
no
they do wrong, take
okay,
accountability for anything. Because
Hold
at
I'm
the
on,
end of
fucking
the
hold on,
done.
day,
Joey. No,
I'm not
at the end
finna
of the
deal with
day,
the gang up. I'm not dealing
if a
with the
man
gang
has
up.
to
Where
take
Lord at?
accountability for being a player, like I was many years ago, and I did many years ago, I had children out of this. Yes, I take accountability for what I did wrong, what I did.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day,
But the dad
I
is
wasn't the
taking
only one doing it.
accountability now
I
and
was
not when you were
I wasn't
having
the
your
only.
fun.
First of all, yes, I did take accountability for me having fun. Girls just left.
No,
I
no,
just went to the
I
next one.
said you didn't take accountability while you were having fun.
Oh yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes, I did. But
So
females
you
still
say the
didn't take
same thing with
accountability
women?
then. Females didn't take accountability then neither.
What
If I tell
oh
you,
my
if I
God,
go on a
goodness.
date with a female and I tell a female, listen, I'm talking to you, your friend, and your homegirl, and you still talking to me, whose fault is it? Mine's or theirs?
No, it's theirs. That's because you
Christina,
told
what
them.
is
That's because
what
you
is it you
told
want us to
them.
take
It's
a?
your
What is
intention.
it you want us to take responsibility for? What is it you want us to say? What does he want from us?
We guys. That's it. We're guys.
No, 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 no. Not even that we guys. What is it that you want us to say? I'm sorry that I sat there and um what? What is it you
Laura's
want us
phone
to
is acting
say?
Again,
up.
because of the
Yeah.
way, because of the way men think about women, and this is just coming from my opinion and my view on the situation and the question that was asked. Like you just sat there and said, Joey, you was like, because we're men. What is it that you expect? Or what is it you think we want? Or it was something just then you said. Were you or were you not referring to the fact that because you are a man, you're expecting sex?
Am I expecting sex?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, of course. I'm a man. I'm going to expect sex. But at the end of the day, it's
Shit, I'm
not
always
right.
expecting sex.
It's not right. I'm not saying it's right from one point at all. What I did and back then
So
was not
why do
right
you feel the need to blame shift on the woman?
because women are not taking accountability for doing something. Because when men are honest with them and tell them that, and they still deal with that dude, and then that dude breaks
That's
their
their
heart,
fault. I'm not gonna sit up here and say
that's
that
what
it's
Boo
not
Boo's
their
talking about.
fault.
But that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
If they do the
y'all are
same
No,
thing,
Boo Boo is
stronger and
talking
smarter.
about, oh bitch, you got did wrong. You should have saw the sign. like,
Females
but is
are
if
stronger and
but
smarter
hold on,
than
no,
they
Boo
no.
Boo's
portray to
talking
be.
about
I don't
you
know
Let me
why
should
ask
y'all
you
saw
a
the
like to
question.
sign for the
debate.
Hold
sign.
on, Christina, no.
Boo Boo's talking about, oh
Answer me
bitch,
this.
that's your
If a
fault.
dude plays you, right? If a dude in a suit plays you, right? The dude in the suit he plays you, right? And you meet a hood dude that acts the same way and plays you. Each time you date somebody and they do the same thing, whose fault is it? Is it the person that you're dating or is it yourself that's putting
But
yourself
that's
in the
what
same
we just
situation?
already established that, and I just
But
told
that's
you
what
that I feel that is the way that men think about women and their expectations when it comes down to sex. It's not the woman's problem. For me, it's not the woman who is
so
being done the same way by different guys. However, I think it's the broader spectrum. It is because of the ideology that men have when it comes down, like I said, to sex and women. That is the problem. Because again, these three men displayed the exact same thing to her. Yes, she fell for it, but the problem was that men think, okay, bitch, I'm fucking you tonight.
And Laura says we all have to take responsibility for our actions. Yes,
So
and I feel that way.
we had to take responsibility for our own actions. You're right. Yes. You're absolutely right.
So I can't blame a woman for the way I was. I can't blame a woman for hurting me, because at the end of the day, if I allow her to hurt me or allow her to do what she do, that's on me. But the problem is that as a man, when we do certain things, we get blamed. And I'm gonna tell you what a woman told me. We don't date when we date the same person. We just changing faces. We're attracted to the same type of people, but we just change faces.
No.
And
negative.
That's our problem. For men and women, that's our problem. We keep wanting the same type of people that's going to play us. No. And we don't take responsibility for our own actions, saying, well, this is our fault. You know what? Maybe I try something different. The problem is that a lot of times it's nothing different.
But the problem is the act in itself.
As a man, if I get hurt by a woman that used me for money and never gave me nothing, and I treat the next woman the same way, am I wrong for it? Yes. If I treat her like, you know what, I want to smash, I want to think, am I wrong? Yeah. But that's going to be my way of thinking, because if I get played three times the same way, I'm going to think every woman's the same. That's how I'm going to think.
If you think that way, Joey, then there's no hope of you, like, even, there's not a thought in your mind that there's a possibility that you could possibly find somebody out there.
Could.
When you just
there's always a possibility.
All women are the same, and like, you know, when you think about
and
it,
a woman has to change my mind.
Nobody's gonna be different for you.
But she has to change my mind. I'm at the point in life, like, if you can't change my mind the way it is, then we go out to eat. No,
you ain't got on yet. Tell Laura to get her.
Laura can't. Her phone is acting up.
Oh, that's what she's saying.
Yeah, her phone. Sorry, her phone acting up. She updated it. When I updated my iPhone 2, that shit fucked it. My phone started acting up like crazy. When the second day, that shit was acting up. But yeah. What I'm gonna do, if a woman can't change my mind, I'm not gonna expect anything but whatever vibe she gives out. That's what I'm gonna expect. Whatever vibe she gives out, that's what I'm gonna expect. Because at the end of the day, people are people. And life is too short for me to worry about who likes me, who don't like me, who wants to be my friend, who wants to be in a relationship with me, because at the end of the day, a lot of women out there, they date just to get free meals.
And a lot of men.
Well, now I say a lot. Exactly. And that's where we go wrong.
No.
Because you got the girls you're gonna get the girls that's not gonna give it up. And then the guys that's gonna make them split the meal. Like, I see these commercials all the time where they split the check. Or on Facebook. Are we gonna have sex? And the girl says no, we splitting the check. I feel personally, my opinion, I don't feel that's right at all. If I take a woman out, I'm going to take her out whether I'm having sex with her or not.
That's just funny as hell.
No, that's a gentleman. That's a gentleman.
That's just
if
me.
You broke, just say that. That's possible.
Yeah, if you broke, just say that you broke. Like,
if you broke,
I see that shit all over Facebook. But I see that all over Facebook. Don't y'all see it on Facebook? Like, if y'all see this on social, like, it kills me, because they be literally having these commercials sitting there, and the guy goes, "Hold on, are we having sex tonight?" And the girl says, "No, we splitting the check." But I won't go that far. I'm splitting the check. But I'm not going to call the girl the next day. But I won't call the girl the next day if that's how she feels.
It'd be the expectation.
Because if we didn't establish certain boundaries and certain rules, then I'm not going to.
My thing is this, right? At the end of it all,
hey, get my car.
This the same way we're not to be expecting y'all to be our mothers. It's the same way y'all need to stop expecting us to be up forward and truthful. That's just it.
Boo-boo,
Men
get
lie.
off the phone. Get off the phone.
It's the
Boo-boo.
truth.
Get off
It's the
phone.
truth. Like right now, what you're fighting for is the thing is, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just tell her that's what you was interested in instead of making her believe that you wanted a relationship or something like that? Right? Stop expecting that from men. The moment you get that out of your head is the moment you stop allowing yourself to get shitted on. That's just the fact of it. That's my truth in it. Did it freeze? Y'all still there? Joey's there. Christina, you still there or you froze? I think she blew a fuse in her house right now because of what I said. Yeah.
Listen, we know what it is. We're not different.
She don't like my truth.
We do. What's the problem? You're not sitting on me. I'm on my podcast. I told you that. Scared of what? Hold on one second.
Hey, y'all, my phone ended up overheating.
No, I know.
That
After
bitch-
I said what I said, you put your phone on do not disturb. You just ready to kill me. I know.
Nah, my shit got overheated. I had my phone on the charger, man. This should be overheating my phone, but I feel like you be saying shit to like really get under my skin. Like, how can you sit there and say that?
Cause it's the truth. It's the truth.
No,
Like,
no.
think about it. What's the problem? What's the main problem behind this whole thing? Is that men don't sit there.
Men being dirtbags.
Is that they don't sit dirtbags. They don't sit there and tell you, hey, I'm not interested in a relationship. I just want some, I just want some pussy. Right? That's the problem. You want us to just be up forward in front. Men aren't. They're not going to be up forward in front.
But that's the problem. Boo-boo,
But
you cannot sit there
once you
that
do
is
that,
the problem that will ignites this entire conversation. Like that right there is the problem. Because if men were upfront and honest, then guess what? If men were upfront and honest, guess what?
What?
We wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
You're absolutely wrong.
I am absolutely right.
You're absolutely wrong. Because if men was upfront and honest the way y'all want us to be.
Did you just eat your Bobby's food?
That was still Bobby's food? I thought that was mine. Sorry.
Why would I serve you?
Why not? But if we was upfront and like honest with everything, we would still have this conversation. The reason why we would still have this conversation is because at the end of it all, now that we're telling the truth, now there's a problem on why only men want to have sex and don't want a relationship. We would still have this conversation.
So your idea is to lie about it and make shit even worse and more complicated. That's not true. That is not true because guess what? At the end of the day, all a woman want is somebody to be honest and upfront with her ass. If you don't want me, then bitch say you don't want me. I'm good.
You're right. I feel like men should be more honest about it. They should. But That's in the perfect world. We don't live in a perfect world.
No, but now you're
You know
saying
what?
it's
Hold on,
but
hold on, hold on, hold on. You know what? You know
that's
what?
not a perfect world. No,
No,
that's
you know
not a
what?
perfect
You want to know
world.
what's
That
funny?
is in a perfect
I did
world.
the
No, it's
honest.
not.
I did
No,
the
it's
honesty
not.
with somebody. I did the honesty with a female before, and she couldn't accept it.
Okay, she
She
couldn't
couldn't
accept it.
accept.
At least you were being honest.
Yeah, but and this goes for both sides, because a lot of men can't accept honesty neither.
Mm,
Like if a woman tells
nope.
them, "Yo, we just want to smash," and a man wants a relationship, he's not going to be able to accept it. The man is not going to accept it. I'm being in the friend zone and I'm doing this, that, and the third. They're not going to accept it.
Where did you over?
She's sleeping. So
Y'all,
when a
my
woman,
phone is like literally it just turned red and said that I'm on 10%. I swear I was just on 30.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in the comment section.
all right.
All right.
All
Because
right.
this shit is burning up my phone. I love y'all. Peace out. I'm sorry I
Peace.
Love
gotta
you.
cut it short.
That concludes that.
And back to the two players of the family, because that's what we're called, the two players of the family. How we get labeled the two players of the family? Because of what
Listen,
we
man.
did? We was
The
just
truth.
being us.
Uh-huh. The truth is what the truth is. At the end of it all, like I said, females all have that body intuition shit. The sixth sense. You know when a nigga's just playing around and when a nigga's serious. The problem is you fail to believe that all niggas is not the same. Different, like there's different type of people. No, they not. No, we all the same. We all think the same. We all wake up the same, and and you know what's crazy? It's not even just straight. It's not even just straight men too. It's gay niggas too.
And here goes the crazy part, what kills everything. And what I said to her. She's like, oh, thing with a woman has to change my mind. If a woman could change my mind into thinking that we can work and move forward in a relationship positively, then I could change my mind and how I view her. Not view the rest of them, just view her. But nobody's changing minds. I'm sitting there, there's females out there that will sit there and tell me, I just want some dick. And serious, this is just serious shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when we just say, and this is where the stereotype happens, because she says stereotypes, and I didn't get this in. When you sit there and say all a man wants is pussy, that's a stereotype. Because when a woman says all she wants is dick, it's okay for her to say that.
I mean, listen, it's been proven. Females think about sex 8 times more than men do.
Exactly. But they won't admit to it.
Mm-mm.
I
That's the
say
problem.
this.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm sitting there telling her, like, at the end of it all, you have to also think. You also have to be able to take blame for what it is. Because at the end of it all, I've spoken to females before. They said it. I thought he was different. Something told me, and I said, "No, it can't be." That's always the story. That's always the cry. That's always the cry out. Cause why? Because you saw something a little bit different from what you normally grew up with, or what you normally see, and you think this is different. It's not different. It's the same thing. Just the outlook is different. Just the person's, approach is different, but everything is the same. At the end of it all, you decided to ignore what your body was telling you.
That's so true. But this is why I brought that question up. Because I wanted to see because I got questioned about that. Had to break it down. Like, if a woman wants to go out with a man just to eat, and there's nothing gonna happen between them, then what? That's not all women, but that's women that sit out there and say, "Fuck it, I just want to date because I want something to eat,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to have fun, and I want to go out."
When they coming? Okay.
But
Okay.
there's women out there that really want to date a man, you know. And if you feel that man is not the right man, then you move on. But like you said, they get caught up. There's nothing you can do. They get caught up. And like I said, it's not the fact that you're dating and every man's the same. No, you're dating the same person and changing faces. That's what you're doing. You're dating the same person, just changing faces. Well, Tom is like this, but I'm dating John, but I think John's a little different. No, but he's the same way. I just have just keep changing the faces. Like
that's why I said it. Like you got two people pull up in the Lambo. One look like a rapper, and the other one looks like a lawyer. You gonna think the rapper just want to fuck, and you gonna think the lawyer doesn't. The lawyer wants a wife and all that. Then you turn around, and the lawyer fucks you and bounce. The same shit. His presence is different. That's it. But it's the same thing. There ain't no difference. That's why it's the truth. Marcus' friends, his friends, is like I said, them niggas, the nerdies of the nerds, man. They are. Them niggas talk crazy, like they, yo. I'd be looking at them like, yo, their group text look like my group text, like. Oh, nah, this bitch is smart. I hit this, and oh, look, I caught this body. I'm gonna hit this, and yeah, this is the same shit. They don't change.
Why did marriages last long back in the days and don't last long now? Because now men that be honest with their females, they can't take it. And I really truly believe that. There's a lot of women out there that can't take honesty. They say they want honesty, but they can't take it.
Probably. I don't know. All I know is that females are smarter and stronger than what they like to portray. They just like to get the baby coddle feeling. It's like, cut that out. Be strong. You smart, not stupid. Like, you know what this is going for. You know what this is hitting for.
True.
Just be honest with yourself.
Look at my house.
Yeah, but that's the problem I have. You got women out there that are honest with themselves, but then you got a lot of them that don't. They accept what they accept. Bro, I love him, so I'm gonna be with him for the rest of my life. But then that person leaves you, and you wonder why. You know, when I watch all these skits on Facebook, I watch them for a reason. Because these are life experiences these men and women go through. And they try to show you that it's not all about what you want in certain things, in certain aspects. Like, for instance, a woman always says they want a man that's making $60,000 a year, has his own car, has his own apartment, has his own house, has everything, right? Mm-hmm. But you're living in the projects, you're living on welfare. Yep. You're not doing for yourself, but you want that man to be established. Why should that man established look at you the same way he looks at a woman who's making the same thing as he making?
And that's another thing. I spoke with somebody earlier about that. I said it like at the end of it all, everybody plays a role. You understand? Like when females look at men, they look at the role that man could play in their life, and it's the same thing with men. When men look at females, they look at what role they could play in their life. You want an established person, you got to be able to upfront something, and the truth be told, it's got to be beyond pussy. Because when they look at it, I had this dude that I had this when I was doing my catering thing. There was this one dude that sat there and I stood late and I stood with a couple of the clients and we was talking and drinking and shit like that. And the topic came up on what they was looking for in a wife. And he said it. He was like, well, my thing is this man made $200,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? The nigga made money. And he said it. My money worth is in my legs and my hands. If I go to work, if I find a girl, right? And we have kids and everything. He said it. If I go to work the next day after we have kids and I lose my legs, how are you going to be able to provide for us until I can get back? How are you going to teach my kids to work for what they work to earn what they need for it? You know, until I get back into where I need to get to. And that's the problem. So when they look at chicks and they see the project chicks and all that, it's like, all right, what you got, every other female has. That little thing in between your legs, every other female has.
What can you do to make it better?
What else can you do for me? How can you benefit me if I fall off, if I fall out, if I get stuck in a rut? What can you provide for me? Don't tell me oodles and noodles. I'm gonna be tight. And that's the same thing.
Yeah, and that's the problem because women want the man to still be the protector, the provider, and everything, but they don't want to evolve their roles. Like you got some women that sit there and live in the projects and want all this out of a man, but won't cook and clean or do none of that because to them, I'm not taking care of a grown ass man, but I'm supposed to take care of you. I'm supposed to make sure you're good.
And that's the problem. It's not taking care of a grown ass man. Is a team effort thing. You know, like at the end of it all, if you want to be a stay-at-home wife, fine, be a stay-at-home wife. That ain't a problem. If I could afford it, I could afford it. But there should be no reason why you're a stay-at-home wife. I'm afforded to make sure that we stay above water. We don't gotta worry about bills. You don't gotta worry about none of that. And I come home and I gotta do dishes. Wow. When I want the day off from work, do you go and work for me? No. like I
this
get up.
Is crazy.
I get up and I go to work. But that's a conversation. Listen, with the way things is going right now, man. They cancel Pepe Le Pew and all that, man. That's why she's like, why would you accept that? Why would you allow that? I'm not accepting it.
Hold on. But there was a meme on Facebook that said that they canceled Pepe Le Pew, but Megan and Cardi did that dance on the Grammys, and that's a wholesome show, family wholesome show. So that's okay. The way they was dancing, the way they was doing things, but Pepe Le Pew was sexually harassing the other skunks.
He was. You
can't cancel him out. But you can't cancel him out and let them do what they do on TV and not make a big deal about it.
But no. The thing is this. So the fuck what? He's a cartoon. He's a cartoon. There has never been a rapist that sat there and his defense was, I'm sorry, I grew up watching Pepe Le Pew.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? Never.
But that's what was the point? What was the point of canceling him? Because there was no point. You started canceling
because some prick decided to put in the news the newspaper that it promotes a rape culture. How does it promote? Do you know rape been going on way before Pepe Le Pew came around? Like also with Elmer Fudd, they trying to cancel Elmer Fudd. Why? Oh, because he's running around trying to kill Bugs Bunny. He's a fucking hunter.
I think that's what they do.
That's what he wants to do. Like they bugged out. But that's the problem. That's the problem with this generation. This generation is bugged out. This generation has no like
Like I'm gonna put it out there. I don't care if people don't agree with
Watching
me on
might
my
get
Facebook.
canceled.
I don't give a
Might get
damn
canceled.
if y'all come to thing and y'all sound like this. Donald Trump's people is going after Cuomo because how the hell you work for this man for years, and now you're coming out with sexual harassment shit.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing.
This man
but now
was
this,
like,
this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean when I speak hard, when I say females, because I'm tired of hearing the whole sob story. At the end of it all, we are 2021. We're not in the 1920s no more. This ain't even the 1960s. We are in 2021. You mean to tell me a man walks up to you and try to give you a kiss that you don't want? You don't sit there and say something about it?
that's what I'm saying. You didn't say
Why
nothing
not?
about it. His hand on your back, none of this stuff. All of a sudden, Donald Trump is out of office. New York canceled all his contracts, and you're going after the governor of New York.
And then the defense was, oh, because he's a powerful man. So what?
So
There's
Donald
other
Trump.
people. There's other people that's on the same side. Because let's say you don't want to be a Republican, you want to be a Democrat. There's other people that's Democrats that's just as powerful as him, or more powerful than he is, that would be on your side. And so what if he's just as powerful as he is? When it first happened, you should have said something about it.
Yes, now all of a sudden pictures and audios and all this shit is coming up. But let's just say they say that there was nothing wrong with it. Let's just say nothing wrong with it. He already told y'all he's not resigning. He already told y'all he's not resigning, and y'all don't have the majority inside of the state Congress, the state assemblies, and all that to impeach him.
No.
Because with people still saying yes, y'all still don't have enough. So if you don't impeach him and he goes and let's just say he wins another term. If he runs, what are you gonna say then?
I don't know. I don't believe it. I believe that Donald Trump got to that girl and said, I'll give you money if you sit there and claim Cuomo touched you something. And she said, okay.
His former aide left years ago. And now in 2021, or in 2020 and 2021, you're bringing up allegations. It wasn't recent because a lot of these pictures are old that you're talking about. So it's not recent. He's been governor, what, for 8 years? If I'm not mistaken? 8 years? So you're talking about this shit happened like 5, 6 years ago? And you're bringing it up now? But now all these women are coming out the woodwork saying the same thing.
The Me Too. That's the Me Too movement.
But nobody wanted to impeach Donald Trump when he was grabbing women's private parts in public, calling them hoes and bitches and all this stuff, and all they was good for certain things in front of his wife and his daughter. But you wouldn't want to impeach that man. That had nothing to do with his campaign. And these things had nothing to do with his campaign.
That's it.
If I touch the back of a woman and it feels uncomfortable, why didn't you say nothing to him? Why wasn't there allegations and police reports at the time when everything happened? Why? Because y'all knew y'all was wrong.
If I put my hand somewhere that you don't like, move over, you say something, I apologize. I didn't mean to. And that was it. I don't know. It's a touchy subject. Because I'm about to get out of here.
All right.
We will end this right now.
All right.